Hey guys, my name is Angelica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. This is going to be a Sephora haul. So as we all know, the Sephora Vib Rouge and Vib sale and Beauty Insider sale is going on right now, and I wanted to share with you some things that I picked up in store the other day, actually just yesterday. I live in Nashville, so the closest store to me is the Green Hills Mall. They have a beautiful Sephora, so many sales associates that are such great help, and so I bought 12 things so far. That's not to say that I'm not going to be buying more. In fact, I'm going to New York this week, and I plan on going into the Sephora in Times Square or one downtown, so I am so excited to do that. But I did pick up some essentials and some things that I was dying to try just on the very first day, and so we can get right into it. So if you would like to see what I picked up so far from the Sephora Vib Rouge sale, then just keep watching. So you obviously know it's a good day when you get a bag this big from Sephora. Let's just get right into it. I know you probably don't know me, but so basically I have been obsessed with makeup for I don't even know how many years now, but particularly high-end makeup for maybe the past 5 or 6 years. And so that's basically just when I had enough money to afford it, and afford we'll use loosely, but I mean like when I actually like actively went to Sephora all the time. I remember when I was younger, quick story time, that when I went to New York, actually I'm from New Jersey, and so I would love to go into the giant Sephora in Midtown, and I would just like buy one thing. I remember the first time I ever bought a high-end makeup, it was a Dior lipstick, and it was like $21 back in the day. I think it's probably like $34 now. That shows you how old I am. But I was so excited, and I kept the tube long after the lipstick was actually gone, because the packaging and the feeling of having something high-end is just so luxurious and amazing, and so I value and cherish every single piece of what I purchase, and that feeling really has never dissipated. No matter how many times I've gone into Sephora or purchased makeup, various things, it's just still that same feeling to me. So why did I even start talking about that? Oh yes, because I was trying to validate why you should listen to my recommendations for the Sephora sale. So that's why I love doing my makeup. I love anything artistic, so I think that I have a pretty good handle on what works and what doesn't, and so that is why you should listen and continue watching. I already broke into this. This is the Milk Makeup lash primer, and so they have this like before and after picture of like a woman's eyes, just regular, and then suddenly bam with the lash primer. And I was so excited about this because I had actually seen like Kathleen Light's video talking about the Marc Jacobs lash primer. I actually use one, so this is why it's handy that I'm at this desk. I use a lash primer all the time. I know that that's like, you know, an extra step in putting on mascara or whatever, but I don't use false lashes, and I can't imagine using false lashes every single day, you know, and I see people at work every single day, so if suddenly I came in with these giant, you know, like tarantula length lashes, it would look weird. That is why I do not wear falsies, and I use this lash primer by Givenchy, and it has done me pretty well, but of course it is quite pricey. And so then when I heard about the Marc Jacobs lash primer, I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting. I would love to try that. I went into this store, and it was like the first aisle, and I was like, I'm not ready to just push play on that purchase quite yet. Then at the very end of this store, after I've already had my basket full, somehow it does reverse psychology. It's like, okay, well, you're already spending $1 million. Just give up and buy whatever you want. When at the beginning of the store, I'm like, oh, I should be cautious with my purchases. That just goes out the window the longer I'm in Sephora, and I was there for an hour and a half this time. So that is why I decided to get this one when I was at the end of the store. And also, I actually love Milk makeup, and I never expected that I would. It was not something that I gravitated towards because I had like an interest in it. It was just because I tried one thing and I ended up really liking it, so I continued to get it. That's why I purchased this. And also, I did like the before and after pictures on it. My very favorite mascara of all time, which I'm going to show you right now as well, is the KUSH mascara, and so this is the KUSH primer that goes with it, and the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It's this like black matte packaging, and I already love the packaging of this as well. It's so industrial looking. This is the regular mascara once again. I know that this mascara is one of my all-time favorites. ever. I used to think that the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara was my favorite. This tops it by a million. So I feel like these two together is going to be a dynamic duo, and I cannot wait to try it. I tried the primer by itself today along with Benefit Roller Lash, which is just okay in my opinion, and it still made them really, really pop. So I feel like that's going to be fantastic. I picked up the Hydro Grip primer, which I have yet to try. Literally, I have not even opened this one yet, but I definitely needed a new primer. I love primer. In fact, I cannot think of a time like in the past 2 years that I did not use a primer before I put my foundation on. I have extremely dry skin, so it's almost like it's mandatory to wear a primer because my skin is so rough and dry and flaky. If I just put foundation on top of it, it's just like a mess. It looks like a desert, and so I have to have some kind of base in between to smooth everything out. I tried so many primers in my life. I think that some of my favorites are the Kat Von D primer, and I think she just has one of them. It just is like a white container, and then the Primed and Peachy Too Faced primer is my other absolute favorite, but I kind of am open to a variety of them. In fact, there's been very few that I have disliked. I was trying the Smashbox Primerizer. That's the primer and the moisturizer in one, and I was so excited to try that one, and then I kind of didn't like it. It was a little too watery for my taste. So I'm hoping, I've heard really good things about this. I think like Manny was talking about it and other people about how it really does grip onto the makeup. So you put it on, it's hydrating, and then the makeup really grips onto it. So that is what I'm hoping for. I definitely want something that will help me be less dry, but then also keep my makeup on all day. To that point of keeping it on all day, I never use a setting spray. Back in the day when I first started getting really serious about makeup, I did use a setting spray every single time, and in fact it was the Urban Decay All-Nighter that everybody uses. Then I switched over to the MAC Fix Plus, but I didn't feel like that was actually a setting spray. That's more of just like a spritz to like moisten your skin, I feel like, or to even moisten a beauty blender. I would sometimes use that. I've heard a lot of good things about the De-Slick Oil Control makeup setting spray. So basically it's still long wearing, up to 16-hour wear, just like the all-nighter one that's the most popular one, obviously from Urban Decay. But this one is just supposed to be for oil control. And I work in an office with the sunlight hitting me all day, and so I definitely get a lot of oil and grease on my face, which is so funny because like I said, it's so dry, but yet when you're in the sunshine for literally 9+ hours, you tend to get greasy no matter what. So De-Slick, kind of a weird name in my personal opinion. It sounds kind of gross to de-slick your face, but I just think that this will probably be pretty good. I actually did use this for the first time today, and I used a fan. Let me show you my fan. I bought a $1 fan from the flea market here in Nashville. I used this and I thought, see, what's weird to me about setting spray is like after you do all of your makeup and you try to do it perfectly, and then you're like spritzing your face with something that's wet, and then it's like, okay, my makeup is gonna get everywhere that I just thought I set with powder and all of this. But sprayed this, used this, and it was dry pretty fast, and it actually, I just cleaned my house for like 3 hours. I was out all day, and my makeup actually stayed pretty good. I wish that it was better for this video, to be honest, but whatever. Next up, I have the one and only lipstick that I've gotten so far, but I'm absolutely going to get more. In fact, I'm going to get some more Urban Decay lipsticks that are my absolute favorite. This one is Marc Jacobs, though. I was very disappointed because Marc Jacobs lipstick used to be $30, and I only realized that it was $32 when I got up to the counter. So thankfully it was 20% off, of course, but I was still very disappointed. $32 for this lipstick is extremely questionable. It is one of my absolute favorite lipstick formulas, but again, you can get something equally as good that's not $32, so it's just, it's straight up questionable. It's not matte, it is just flat out creamy. It lasts all day though, which is the thing that I like most about it, is that it's creamy, so it's not going to dry your lips, but it's also going to last all day, which I think is extremely rare. But this is in Georgie Girl, and what's interesting about this is that, hold on. So I normally get lipstick colors like what you see on my lips right now. So fuchsia, like bright pink sort of colors, but I have recently been trying to go for more neutral colors, or at least a little bit of a lighter pink, because I tried it like one time and I was like, oh, you know what, actually it doesn't look so bad. And I have lightened my hair so much recently that actually light pink colors with the blonde hair looks nicer, in my opinion, than the way it looked when I had super dark hair. I naturally have really dark brown hair. So that's part of the reason why I was willing to go out of my comfort zone and try some lighter colors. But again, like I said, I have so many pink ones. Like, let me see. I literally have a bunch like right here. Oh yeah. So I normally go for Jolly Molly and Clara, and I have literally, this is Clara, and there's literally none left. How often do you see on YouTube somebody actually use an entire tube of lipstick? So it is a good investment in that sense that I actually use it actively. Jolly Molly, none left. So, and I still keep it because I'm like desperate, like maybe there's like one application left or something. And then this is Clara, and this is one that I recently purchased, which is why there's still some left. But like I said, Marc Jacobs and Urban Decay are my favorite lipstick formulas, so they usually actually go. Let's talk about Fenty Beauty, because obviously it is the huge big thing right now, and with good reason. I actually recently picked up a highlighter from them that is amazing, and the thing that I use every day, and that's already half gone. I don't even know how. And then I also have their foundation and concealer. I guess I like the concealer better than the foundation, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the foundation. I still have almost all of it left. I have tried it multiple times. I cannot get it to work for me, probably because I have dry skin. But that does not mean that I am not willing to try other products. Oh, actually, you know what else I have? I have this contour stick, and so I pretty much have like one of everything from their collection. I was also iffy about this, to be perfectly honest. I could try to give it a little bit more use, but I really wasn't a fan. Anyway, with that said, it's been hit or miss for me, but I did pick up the bronzer and the setting powder, and there's separate reasons for both. So the bronzer obviously is brand new, and so that's super exciting when there's a new launch of anything, let alone a bronzer, because bronzer and blush, I would say, are like two of my very favorite things to buy. And the packaging is absolutely to die for. Like, I can't even believe how beautiful this packaging is. I thought it was actually going to be white, like the highlighter. The highlighter has white packaging, but this is this gorgeous rose gold. And then there's the bronzer inside. I got the shade Private Island. I had heard that, I think it's called Island Ting, was a really cool color to get, but I didn't gravitate towards that one as much as this. I think that it's a little dark, but on fair to light skin, especially with darker foundation, I think it could definitely work. Last makeup product, and then onto some hair and other fun stuff. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. Talk about gorgeous packaging. Once again, this is just the most utterly beautiful thing. I mean, whoever is designing their packaging is absolutely beyond on point. It's so beautiful. I don't even want to get like my fingerprints on it. If you can see how it opens, it just feels like something really, really, really special. This is in the shade Butter, which seemed to me to be the most natural for light skin. And of course, as you can see, I have very pale skin. I also heard that lavender, the purple shade, is really brightening for under the eye, but I actually wanted to use this to set my entire face. Just makes it more worth it to me. And so that is why I got Butter instead, though I am still very curious about lavender as well. I wish they had like small travel sizes. Maybe they will eventually, because I would get like a smaller one of the lavender. Into some skincare. So I saw that Sephora had a new Sephora brand skincare line, and it was so affordable, and so that drew me in first of all. Then it was so colorful. It actually reminds me of Drunk Elephant packaging. Also, most of it is in French, and I saw that it's actually all made in France as well. So it just seemed really, really interesting and very, very different. So I figured that I had to try it. And again, with the 20% off, plus the fact that it was already affordable, these are like acid glycolic wipes. So there's like 60 that come in here, and it has words like peeling and other things that I actually cannot pronounce because I don't speak or read French. But you can use it in the AM or PM on your face or neck, massage skin with embossed side of disc. I have yet to actually open it, but it's just like a glycolic acid peel pads that are supposed to radiate and smooth the skin. And I also picked up the entire Essentials kit. So this has the clean skin gel to cleanse and tone. It has the hydraulic, did I say hydraulic? Hyaluronic acid. This like all day hydrator, hydrate and glow. Let's see. And then a purifying mud mask. I wish that I had like more information, but this was literally like a spontaneous purchase inside of the store. Look at this, my ring matches the packaging. It's just so cute. Hyaluronic acid says it's a cocktail of natural vitamin E from sunflower and vitamin C, known to protect skin and bring glow. And the purifying mud mask is white clay of natural mineral origin from rock, known to mattify skin. Let's see. And then the skin gel to cleanse is derived from natural amino acid from beet molasses, known to maintain skin hydration. So, I mean, this was $20 for all three of these items, whereas obviously with Drunk Elephant it would be like $200. So I think this is a great deal and totally worth trying out. This is the Replica Margiela, is that how you say it? Brand. And so this is in the scent Jazz Club, and it is supposed to smell like heady cocktails and cigars, and it is a male fragrance. Okay, so this is something fun that I enjoy talking about. I actually, first of all, this is my favorite. Okay, now let's back up completely. This is my favorite scent that I have ever smelled in my life. It makes me thankful that I have a nose. It is the best smell ever in the history of the entire universe, and I do not say that lightly. The perfume I use the most in my life is YSL Black Opium, which I know is very popular to begin with. This scent, on the other hand, I actually refrain from using because I know how strong it is, first of all. One spray, and you will smell it like the whole rest of the day. Anybody who's around you will smell it. You will get into a car and people will be like, well, what is that smell? For better or worse. Hopefully they like it. But this is something that you smell. You smell it on yourself. Other people smell it. It's the whole shebang. So when I'm in an office in a very confined space with other human beings, I tend to not use this because, first of all, it does smell quite masculine, and it is such a specific scent that if somebody in my office did not like it, they might get a headache or they might really hate me and think that I am disgusting. So those are the honest reasons why I do not wear it often when I go to work. But on the weekends, I get so excited that I'm able to spritz it, and my husband likes it and I love it, so I know that there's no harm in that. I don't know if my cat likes it, but she has not said otherwise. And so Jazz Club it is. There's also one called, I think it's called like By the Fireside or something, and it smells exactly like a fireplace. It smells exactly like burning wood, which is absolutely fantastic. They call that one a unisex one. They call this one male. I don't know why. A lot of them just in general are unisex, but I will say this Replica line, I'm sure it's called Replica because they literally have found like the absolute formula for replicating whatever scent the name of the perfume or cologne is. So there's one that's like beachside, there's one that's at the barber shop, and they all smell, literally you can smell it and it brings you right into that place. I don't remember what I said to start this, but the rest of them are hair products. And so I picked this up. This is just replenishing my supply in my shower right now. This is Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, a lore sticker for Reader's Choice. And that is absolutely correct. This is so amazing. I have incredibly dry hair. I have the most coarse hair, and this helps it so much. I have to lather on so much of it though every single time I use it. Luckily, I don't use it that often, but when I do, I feel like I use a quarter of it in one shower because it's just, my hair soaks it up so much. But that's why I need something like this that's really high quality that will actually give me the moisture that I need. And so this is $36, but of course it had the 20% off, so it is so worth it. I think on the Sephora site they also have a trial size if you want to just try it out. And that's actually the first way that I tried it. It was in a Sephora favorites set, and this was one of my absolute favorites. Like, it stood out out as like, wow, I need to actually purchase this because I can tell a difference in my hair. And so that's why I think that it's worth the money. And in general at Sephora, I feel like if you're gonna spend that kind of outrageous money, everything in Sephora is outrageously priced, okay? Can I go off on a tangent? I just love going off on tangents. My tangent would be, remember how I said I go to Sephora? Like, I used to go to Sephora when I was a kid and like I couldn't afford much, and I was so excited when I got a $21 lipstick. Okay, well, since that time, which was not really that long ago, Sephora has gone up in price so tremendously, plus tax, and in Tennessee it's like over 9% tax. I can't even comprehend how people shop there anymore. And I know so many young people shop there, and I don't know where they're getting this money from, to be totally honest with you. And I can't help but feel like it's a waste of money. And I hate to say that, but it's absolutely true. I think that you can get a lot of times the same thing at the drugstore. I think there is still that excitement and that luxury feeling, like I mentioned earlier, but it is so expensive. I mean, like, it's so expensive. It makes me nauseous to think of how much money is sitting on that desk right now, and it's all going to expire. It has an expiration date, like our human bodies. So take with that what you will. Next up is something new. This is the brand Verb. I've tried a little bit like in the Sephora favorites sets from this brand, but I've never bought something that is full size from them. This is the Ghost Dry Oil, and in my opinion, this was something different than dry shampoo, but very similar and can perform the same function. And so if I go to the gym, let's just say in the morning before work, I love to bring dry shampoo with me for the scent to soak up, you know, the sweat, which is kind of gross, but what can you do at that point? And so this says it extends a blowout, conditions ends, adds shine, and prevents damage from washing and styling. So all things that we really, really need. And then also these products tend to smell really, really good. And on top of that, it smells really good. It smells like a salon. And then on top of that, the other thing I really like about Verb in general is that it is less expensive than Dry Bar and Ouai. Is that how you say it, Ouai? Yeah, I think so. And the other brands there that are so popular in the hairlines, Living Proof. So I think this was like $16, and this is full size. This is, what is it, like 5.5 ounces, and I think that's worth the money. This product is a Ouai product, so I hope that I am saying it correctly. This is the Scalp and Body Scrub, and I have been wanting this for a very long time. In fact, I have tried to purchase this multiple times full price at the Sephora store near me. It has been sold out every single time. The first reason why I wanted this was because I, again, have a very dry skin, very dry scalp, and so with this being a scalp and body scrub, it's really nice because I have a Bath & Body Works pumpkin spice latte scrub that I use all the time, but for body only, certainly not in your hair. And I love that. I think it really helps to moisturize, to smooth, to exfoliate. And so this smells amazing, like absolutely beyond. It literally smells like, if you think of the word fresh, this smells like fresh should smell. So it smells absolutely beautiful, perfect for a shower, perfect if you want to just kind of pamper yourself but you don't have that much time. This is $38. This is a very big size. This is 8.8 ounces, so a lot in there. I would probably use it sparingly. I would not use it in every single shower. I would not want to repurchase this all the time, but it's something that, you know, is just, again, a nice little splurge, pampering. It is worth it. And then I'm also hoping that it will help not only to make my hair smell great, long lasting, but then also to help with that dry scalp without having to use a really harsh, like Head and Shoulders dandruff shampoo. I feel like I can really target just the scalp area, which is the issue. And so I am excited about this, and especially after wanting it for a while, I finally have it. It better live up to the damn hype. That is everything that I got at the Sephora Vib Rouge sale so far. I will probably update on Instagram what I get in New York City, but you should follow me. Instagram, Your Fuzzy Scarf. I just dropped one of my rings. Shit. But yes, just follow me on Instagram. I post pictures almost every single day of my outfits. That is the big thing for me. You can see my makeup there as well, and you can definitely see my giant hat collection and handbag collection. So if you like these kinds of videos, you like makeup, fashion, all of that, please follow and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you've gotten at the Sephora sale and if you pick up any of these items. Thanks again, guys. Have a good day. Bye.